guys, and welcome to another Gear His Garage production. In this upload, we're going to be working on the Dynamark again. So we are back working on the Dynamark again, and as you can see, the hood is off. A lot has actually happened since I last filmed on this thing. We got the push button start, so now it starts without an issue. Turn the ignition on. That we got all the wiring and everything hooked up. I'll be doing a video on how to wire the push button start on a motor like this very shortly. But we have also been doing some slight fabrication on this thing, like my buddy wanted. He wanted some custom work done. Well, it's going to happen. Well, in order to really mount the gas tank, we're going to have to come up with a configuration, which the gas tank will mount really well right there. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of clearance, but I'm adding this support brace in here so that we can tie in the gas tank right there. Plus, he wants to put a front bumper / like grill guard on this thing. And with the way this thing, the way the hood opens on it from factory, this whole entire front end tilts forward. So unless you want to make a 2-foot long grill guard, we're going to, I've got a really good design in my head drawn up for this thing. But in order for that to happen, we're going to have to custom mount the hood, which what I'm thinking about is hood pins on all 4 sides, plus that right there is your main support brace for the front end itself, so it'll be fine. So I've got one done. Now I've just got to finish the other. So let's get to working on it. So flash forward a few hours later, and we've got this bar in, as well as I have gone and I have welded some washers right here and put some bolts through, and that is actually how we are going to run the gas tank, which as you can see is not interfering with the motor, and I mean it's just sitting there. So all right, I didn't think it was going to be that easy, but hey, sometimes it works out. I honestly didn't think that was going to work, but since we're solid mounting this, it works perfectly, because now I can modify the hood in order to fit on here, because the hood shell is just going to fold right over the top of the engine. So, but that's what it looks like for now. That front end ain't going nowhere, and so now that that's solid mounted, I can go ahead and start making measurements and seeing just how in the world I'm going to make this bumper. Alright, so the hood is now on. Now I'm going to show you how I did it. What I did was I took my angle grinder and I cut a slot for the gas tank lid itself to slide into. And then I mounted me a fixed bolt right here. There's a nut on the opposite side of this hood holding this piece stationary, and this one right here is only snug, hand tight. So it makes it easy for me to get this off, pop this hood out. It comes off. Same thing on that side, and this whole entire thing flips up and slides off. That ended up being how it had to happen. So this was my original idea for the start of the new bumper for the front of the Dynamark. But as you can see, that just looks terrible. So I had to do a new design. I did the pointed edge. I wanted to do like a rounded edge, but it's easier for this kind of an angle to do like an A-frame, like a pointed type. So that's going to be it for it. Now I've decided I want to chop these legs off and maybe do a little something like that to kind of tie in, but we'll see what happens. So the last time you saw this piece, there was another piece right here. Well, like I said previously, I cut the top piece off and I kept the legs, and well, I turned the legs into these pieces, which two of them here are going to come like a configuration kind of like this, which I think is freaking awesome. It's probably going to be somewhere down here of sorts, but we'll see. I have got the front end actually off the Dynamark, and we are working on these braces. I've got this piece welded. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but hey, it holds. I can stand on it and it not move, so we're going with it. So last time we seen this piece of steel right here, and that was it. But it's been like a day or so since I have picked up the camera, and well, I got that piece notched and welded on, and I've got this bar, which I still need to shorten up on that end, but I've got my main bumper piece right here. And now, which means we can go ahead and see what angle we want to put these bars at. If we want to go, probably going to go at about a 10 to 15 degree angle, if that. So it's probably going to be like that, on down a little bit. But see what happens. Got to do that. I got to finish up some welds in a few places, and I'll get back to you then. So I've got both sides onto the bumper now. I got this one fully welded. I just got to clean up the welds. This one I only got tacked before I ran out of welding wire. And so I got to go out and get some more welding wire for that. But I ended up going with more of like a 35 to 45 degree angle on this, just because I thought it looked a little bit better. I kind of like it. I really kind of do. So yeah, I love using the weld that I use, but one thing I have noticed is that it uses a lot of welding wire. So yeah, just got to tack that or fully weld that, and then we will be good to go. So that's about all of the time that we have for this upload. Really impressed on how the bumper turned out. Still got a few more things to button up, but it's pretty much done. The push button start, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I will be doing a separate video on it on how to wire that up. So be on the lookout for that. The whole build series thing on this seeming to go, pretty smooth. I just got to get some more welding wire, just cause, well, yeah. But any rate, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're stopping in for the first time, consider hitting that subscribe button for builds, projects, stuff coming up, all that jazz. And so yeah, till next time, you're his garage out.